Hello ladies, it's me Penny at Penny's Place. I've done a little card, an index card, a trading card thing for a friend, and I was continuing with something similar I'm doing on other things, which is using the pebeo and the prism, moon and prism paint. I've got about 6 of each. That's all prism actually. What's this one? That's moon. That's prismy. This is moon. Moon ones tend to make cells, like craters on the moon, and that's why I presume it's got moon. And prismy tends to split, so you get that lovely effect where it's like marbling really. So I've not looked to see which is moon and which one's prismy. It's just like potluck, what happens, because I like it that way. And all I've done is really choose the colours. The last colours I used were more on the orangey reddy things, grey. But this one, I've started off with silver. Now don't laugh at all the wriggly lines. Half of it's meant to be wriggly for the effect, and half of it's because, now this is an old one. This is Crafts relief outliner. Now I think it's because I've had it a long time, but it's absolutely awful to try and get any kind of straight line with it, and even with the new ones I'm still having trouble. So it is trial and error. Now I've just been watching a lovely man on YouTube, and he's called, he's just called Glassmaker, and oh my word, it's full of useful tips and saving tips and all sorts of tips. So he said he'd never ever use anything out of what he calls a toothpaste. It's just very hard to get a straight line and for it to come out smoothly. It is more or less impossible. I think you should come up with a different idea. So what he does, if he's got any of these, he puts them in his homemade icing bags. These are just out of greaseproof paper, baking paper, parchment paper, whatever you call it, and just makes his own. I've had trouble this morning trying to make my own, but that's what I'll be using in future to try and get a more steady line. I've got a lot of practice to do. Now I have used these pebeo paints before. This is a little sample. It's used every day actually upstairs to put my bottle on. Not gin, just bottle of juice. And I like it, and I do like the way all the colours have mingled there. So I've done it very similar to what my main one that I'm going to send to a friend. This is still wet, this gold. And I'd seen it on another lady who's into glassware in a big way. And she used some washi tape, just as a different texture, you know, a different look. I've had some washi tape, marbly like effect. This one I'm using is this one. I've actually sent away for a little bit more. I'm not a big washi tape fan, but for this and to get inspiration, I think it's an excellent idea, because once you put that down, then you can go with your colours and roughly you know what design you want. See, this one I've carried on doing just not straight lines, wiggly lines going horizontally, and on this one I've started doing more vertically like that. I have noticed, I'll just show you a little bit out of this thing. I've bought a load of what's its down bit. Hold on, I'll just put it on there for now. It comes out, you see, you waste a lot because I'm not even pressing it, and it's still coming out. So It's not cheap, not to waste it anyway. But I'm pressing it ever so lightly. But it's very, very hard to get a straight line. The trick is, of course, to put it down and then lift it along like that, something like that. But no, I'm definitely going to go with this. I don't know his name. I think that one wants a bit more, because you've got to have a bit of a ridge to keep the paint in. So just do that, because I don't want it to go over there. So that was just to show you how difficult it is really to use these toothpaste type ones. I keep saying toothpaste now because that's what the gentleman calls them. So don't use them tubes. I'm just going to jump up and get some kitchen roll. I thought I'd brought a load down, but because I'm downstairs at the moment because it's gone very hot again in the craft room and the sun's moving round, so I won't be able to see a thing of what I'm doing. So I thought, oh, I'll come and mess up in the kitchen. I hope everybody's safe and well and enjoying this new bout of fine weather we're getting. It's just a shame we can't do everything we were hoping to do after last COVID, but then we're getting there. So I'm going to do the silver one because, as I say, this is more or less dry, this one, and the gold one's wet. So first of all, I've not done many lines. It's just to show you what I do like to do. If I send an artist trading card of any kind, I like to do one very similar to put in my collection. And then it brings back memories, and you know, and you've got something to look back on, how well you did it or how bad you did it, and gives you ideas. So, as you people may know, I want a nice blue first. I think I'll have this. Is that a darker blue? This is blue metal, so I think this would be nice that at the end, because that's quite a dark blue washi tape. So it's got to be stirred. Shouldn't need much stirring because I've been using it this last couple of days. But it does tend to have like a thick powder or whatever it is at the bottom. So you want to get it all mixed up together. Otherwise it won't work what you want it to work. So I'll just wipe that. And then to put it on, if it's a big space, I tend to just put it on basically and move it around with, there we go. I'm just going to put that on and then move it around with a stick. Okay, like that. It's a very similar colour actually, this, to the washi tape, isn't it? So I wish I could say, well, I'll fast forward this so you don't have to watch me doing it all, but I'm afraid you'll have to do that yourselves because I'm not I'm not well up on them type of things. So I could do with my grandson here all the time, couldn't I? He's my little IT secretary. So that's coming up nice. You must make sure it goes in corners, because so many times I've thought I've done it in the corner only to find I haven't. So I'm just going to get some more. I don't know if it was this on this, yeah. And I'll just let it drop. Just let it drop like that. It's got a nice curly bit at the end there. I'll put another colour in that, I think, just to make it stand out. That's what the Chinese do. All there's a name for it, I don't know what it is, but all cracks and splits and things, they actually enhance it with gold to make it a thing of beauty rather than something you should throw away. That's a brilliant idea. That's a brilliant idea. I'm expecting the cat to come in any time, because if he hears my voice, see, I've just gone on that. I don't want to go on that. There we go. It's not a rushy one at all, this. You've got to take your time a little bit. I won't do it all with you, but I'll just show some other elements that I've been doing with it. And I can come back when I've finished it and when it's dry. You can't use heat on these paints. It must be air dried. You know, it's not like glass paint. Which some can be put in the oven, some glass paints. There we go. You always get these little bits there. Here's another one. Another one. But if you go over tapping them, if you see them. Okay. I think that looks nice. It's a nice colour, that. I'm not going to use too many colours, even though I've got all these out. So I want to lighter something here now. So I think I'll go for the lighter blue. We might as well stick to the blue. Making sure I might just put my arm in that. Making sure that's all nice and clean. I think I'll put this blue here. Give it a stir. Give it a stir. Postman's coming. I wonder if there's any happy mail. Alpha says, you better run the happy mail again. I've gone right over that. Now, you know, it doesn't really matter. I'm just going to pour that in a little bit. So I'm not sure if they're actually working in top condition, because these I have had quite a while. And I'm thinking, oh yes, I'll get them out. Oh yes, I'll get them out. Anyway, I finally have. So you can see that one already. This is, what was that one? That one, this is Moon. I've just put down here. And this one's Moon as well. So you should get, I'm just going to use a stick. And here they go. I've just got a little cotton bud, just to wipe off the gold bit, silver bit there. Okay. You could use a brush if you want it finer, you know, not such a thick doer, but you must use paintbrush cleaner, or is it White Spirit, to clean your brushes, which can be a bit of a palaver, especially if you're upstairs. I don't like taking that type of thing upstairs, and do you know what? I think I'm going to leave that there and do another colour through it. Maybe bring the dark one in. The dark one or a purple one. Let's try this. That looks a bit purple in there. Let's try this one. I just split my thing. I don't know. I think I have. I think I've just knocked my good stick over. Never mind. I think it's solid again tonight. It's definitely the weather for it. And I think there's some chicken. So, and half I know hasn't had much lunch because he had to go out. Connection to the in relation to our caravan, he's got to take it for MOT, the caravan, or mended I should say. It's got a leak around the windows, and he's had to get the car electric sorted for towing, because it's not been towed for a long while and I think something's happened. So I'm just playing really, and just decided to fill up some spaces, and also at the same time, yeah, this is prism on top of moon, so you'll get a different effect. You can wait a few minutes and then drag it out, if you know what I mean, but that looks quite nice. That's coming on quite nice. That. Another thing I've been doing, don't want it just to all go one colour. I'd like to keep the colours pen. I don't know if that's, this one's covering up there and there, like that. Some foreign body on that, isn't there? We'll take that off. Okay. Well, I think that's 2 lanes done. Now, what I have been doing on some of them is putting something else in the paint. I've put a few things down, blue related or stars or what have you. Some little hearts there. Some glitter, that's always nice, mixed up. Or you can wait till it's dry, and then what I'd do on a bigger piece, you know, if I was doing like a coaster, I'd wait till it was dry and then mix glitter and things like that with some clear Mod Podge, something that will dry clear anyway, and then paint it or stripple it in with a, you know, with a stick, and then after that you'd be doing resin on top of it. But I'm not going to resin these. I'm not going to put resin on these because, you know, they're only little index cards. I put about 3 together and stuck 3 together just to give it a bit more strength, and then I've just stuck on the back a little bit of tape. You can see things are happening already. That nice blue one, can you see? And the top one's just the moon one, and that's got nice little craters coming in it. So there's quite a lot you can do. Well, let me think what I've been putting there. I've got them, and I've got these. I might sprinkle some of these just for the heck of it. These are tiny, minute. I think they're for decorating nails as well, these. So what I'll do is I'm just going to drop some in. You've just got to, it's great this, it's just playing and seeing what works. And even if I put it in my collection of little index card collection, and it's not worked, well, at least when you look back on it, you think, oh, I'd like to do another one of them, but I won't do that this time because it didn't work. So that's what I've done there. And then I had a little brush here. That's another good tool to sometimes just drop it in on the embossing tools, and that picks up the paint, you know, like you would for mandala work or anything like that. So I'm just going to get rid of them where I don't want them, like that. Okay. And I'm going to leave that for now, just to show you, and then I'll come back and I'll show you when it's finished like that, and then I'll show you the one I've actually done. Okay ladies, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that little bit. It's lovely stuff to play with, it really is. So many things happen, whether you want them to or not sometimes. Anyway, thank you very much for watching ladies. I'll get this on. Oh, I was going to show you these two. These were the two I did. These are just some like perspex, not perspex, quite a thick plastic, and they had a hole in them. I don't know what they'll be used for, but that was just plain. See where I've done it really light? It's more like stained glass, but on other sides of it I've done it quite thick. But it was just playing with it. So I don't know what they'll be used for, but something will happen with them. I don't think there's anything else I was going to show you. I've shown you that. This is another idea, but this is not using it's not using the prism, it's using stained glass paint. And I've just started doing this, so this is your first practice piece I've done. So just to see how it works, the thing. So I'll begin enjoying playing some more while the sun shines, and I'll come back and show you some other things I've been up to. Thank you very much for watching ladies. Stay safe. Bye for now.